Hello everyone, you are welcome to another video episode of my channel. Today I'll be making a presentation on a group project which my group and I did. So if you are viewing this, kindly subscribe, like and comment this video and share it to others. So this is basically my first project presentation over here on YouTube. So here is the Visual Studio Code, and it includes all the codes or all the files which we used in making this system. So let me take you to the database aspect, and it was being coded with MySQL. We use MySQL to code the database. So let me take you there. So here is the MySQL database. You can see over here that there are tables, about 3 tables here, which are the users table, the friend request table, then the messages table. So each of them has its own data types which are over here. Next thing, we now head over to the code aspect. So let me take you to the Visual Studio Code aspect of it. So I would like to introduce you to some of the interesting codes here. So one is the functions.php. So let me take you there right now. Functions.php. So that can be found in the includes folder. So this is the functions.php. So this functions.php, it contains all the major backend functions, such as the user function, friend, message management. So let me show you over here. So let me zoom this a bit. So this is the get user by ID function. Then this is get user by username function, send friend request function, get friend request function. We also have the response to friend request, get friends request, send message requests, delete message, mark message as read, and many other functions, get messages, and so on and so forth. So that is one of the functions that was being used. Another one too, which was also used, was the header and footer. The header.php and then the footer.php. So let me show you. This is the header.php. This is the header.php. So this is the header.php. Then this is the footer.php. So these ones has a shared layout and navigation, and the session is normally started in the header. Another one that I'll introduce you to is the database.php. So this one enables the data connection from the database, which is the MySQL. So this is the database.php. So it enables the connection from the MySQL. Let me take you there. So from everything here, everything in the MySQL workbench, so everything here to the VS Code, That is the function of the database.php. Then we have the SQL schema, which I showed you earlier. The MySQL, which contains the chat 2.0 simple. It contains all the tables and all the relations that can be found there. So right now I would like to show you the way of or how the system will be started. Okay, so we are about to launch the system. So first we'll go to our stats. We'll go to our stats button, click on it. Then we look for XAMPP. So that's the XAMPP control panel. If you don't have it, you can search online and then install it. You click on the XAMPP. So now when you click on the XAMPP, it opens. So the XAMPP, this is the XAMPP. So these are the things, services will open. The Apache and then the MySQL. So you tap start here. So now these ones will now activate the port which will allow this system to be successful. So since we've launched the MySQL service, that means that we can reconnect to it. So let's go to query. We go to MySQL. Tap query. We go to reconnect to server. Then now the servers have reconnected. So if you connected to the server, then you can run the code. Then let's go to the, now this is the database. So now let's go to the system. So let's start here. Okay, so this is it. Then we type in local host slash, the folder was mine. So the actual folder was mine. Then we see the parent chat app show and this. So we tap on this. So now here is the system, the first aspect of the system. So it has the username, the password, login, then don't have an account, then register it. So since we are starting fresh, let's starting with a registration account. Let's register. So to register, we have username, email, password, then confirm password. Then then you can register. So let's put in a username. So let's say Hill. Then email, you can say Hill. Let's say Hill at gmail.com. Then password, let's use then we register. So now it gives us a prompt that registration is successful. That you please log in. So let's put in our username. This is Hill. Then password. Now we log in. This is the pop-up message. This is the first thing that comes. So we have welcome Hill. Then your friends. So since we've not added any friend, then that's what. So it's more like the way Facebook works. So I'll create another separate account with let's use Edge. Let's use Edge now. Then we create another one. So let's see, local host slash mine. Now let's register another one. So let's use username Nhyira. Then email, you can see Nhyira at gmail.com. Password, let's use the same password. Then register this one. Registration is successful. Let us use the info. So we have Nhyira there. Now you log it. So this one says the same thing. So let's find friends. So find friends. We have the first user that we created was Hill. So let's search for Hill. Yeah. Now if we search for Hill, Hill is over here. So Nhyira is the second account. So she or the user 2 is going to send a friend request to user 1, which is Hill. So user 2 sends a friend request to user 1, and then the search result vanishes. So no pending friend request. Then let's go back to our Chrome. So let's now go to find friends. Now if you go to the find friends, you will see that the friend request that user 2 did, which is Nhyira, now has appeared over here. So let's say the way Facebook, if someone sends a friend request, the other person can see. So over here to user 1 has received the friend request of user 2. So then it is up to user 1 to accept or reject. So if we accept, now the friend request slot now shows that no pending friend request. When you go to the home tab and then you want to communicate, you see that the friends list, you have Nhyira here. Let's check for the user 2 and see. When we go to her home tab 2, now her friends list, there is Hill. So now let's see if we can make some communication, whether communication can be possible. So here we tap on here, we have the message tab there. So let's send, let's see, a hello. So this is hello, then we send, this is hello. Now let's go to this tab and see if we receive a message. So when we go to this user, which is Nhyira, and you tap on it, we'll now see that now hello has appeared from Nhyira's. So this is the hello from Nhyira. So Hill has received a hello from Nhyira. Now let's give a reply. So hi, that is from Hill. So Hill sends a hi. Now let's see over there if it will be possible. So let's go to the edge. Now here is it. So this is Hill. Hill has sent back a hi. So that's how the communication will go. So let's see, let's type something like, can I get a textbook for the physics class? Okay, so after the text, and then you type in something like no, and then you send. Now when you send the no, if we check Nhyira's account, we will see that the same no appears. So now let's see how can we delete this. So now if I take and where the X is and I tap the delete, it goes. So now as it has gone, let's check for Nhyira's chat and see. It's also gone. So the text is now gone. The text is now gone. So that is one of the features. So you're able to delete the message. Let's check other things like the profile. So this is the profile. Then this has the person's name, email, password, and all this ones. If you want to make changes, then some of the accounts information. So members since January 15th, 2025, number of friends 1, messages sent and received, and all those ones. So you can add as many friends as you want in this chat. Now let's dive into the SQL and see if some things happen. Let's go here to the tables, to the messages to and see. So these were some of the messages. So it is in the form of a database. These are some of the messages. Then that's for the users to, you can see the number of users which got registered. So we have Hill, we have Nhyira. So that is the system right there. That is the system right there. That is the system right there. If you want to log out, when you tap on the logout, it takes you there. So guys, thank you for this moment of viewing this show. If you enjoyed it, kindly like, subscribe, comment, and also share this video to others as well. We'll see you next time in my next video.